A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to AFC House, the home of Asian football. My name is Deborah Pereira, and I will be taking you through today's event, the Women's Olympic Football Tournament Tokyo 2020 Asian Qualifiers Final Round Draw. We have distinguished guests among us today. I would like to welcome especially Yang Hormat Dato' Winsor John, AFC General Secretary, Mr. Tanasa Surapraset, Vice President, Football Association of Thailand, AFC Directors and Heads of Department, team representatives and members of the media. Upon conclusion of the qualifiers round 1 and 2, we now have a total of 8 teams participating in the final round of the qualifiers to be played in February 2020. 8 teams will be separated into 2 groups, and the top 2 teams of each group will advance to the 2-legged playoffs, competing for the 2 tickets to Tokyo Olympics 2020. Before we proceed with the draw, let's have a look at how it all works with the next video explaining the technical procedures of the draw mechanism.
The following 8-member associations of the Asian Football Confederation will participate in the Women's Olympic Football Tournament Tokyo 2020 Asian Qualifiers Final Round. The following 5-member associations have automatically qualified for the final round by virtue of highest rank at the time of Qualifiers Round 1, listed below in alphabetical order. The following 3-member associations have qualified for the final round by finishing as winners of their respective groups in Round 2, listed below in the order of their groups in Round 2. Seedings. Seeding for the draw is based on the latest FIFA Women's World Ranking. Mode of competition. 8 teams will be divided into 2 groups of 4 teams each. Each group shall play a 1-round league in a centralized venue, where each team in the group shall play 1 match against every other team. Winner and runner-up of each group, total 4 teams, shall advance to the playoff matches. The following match sequence will be applied for the playoff matches. The winners of playoff matches, 2 teams in total, will qualify for the Women's Olympic Tournament Tokyo 2020. Groupings and match dates. The following match sequence applies for the group matches. The number designates the position drawn in each group. The Women's Olympic Football Tournament Tokyo 2020 Asian Qualifiers Final Round shall be played from 3rd to 9th February 2020 as per the dates allocated in the Women's International Match Calendar 2020. Draw principles. The draw will separate 8 teams into 2 groups. Teams will be allocated into 4 seeding pots accordingly. As hosts, China PR and Korea Republic will be drawn into separate groups. Draw mechanism. Draw will commence in the following sequence. Pot 4. The first and second teams drawn will be positioned as A4 and B4 respectively. The same procedure applies to Pot 3, Pot 2 and Pot 1. This will conclude the draw for the Women's Olympic Football Tournament Tokyo 2020 Asian Qualifiers Final Round.
Now that we are all clear on how the draw mechanism works, to conduct the draw, please welcome on stage the AFC Competitions Manager, Ms. Jessie Dai.
Mr. John, AFC General Secretary, Mr. Tanasak Surapraset, Vice President of the Football Association of Thailand, coaches and guests from the participating teams, AFC fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming to AFC House to witness the draw for final round of the Women's Olympic Football Tournament Tokyo 2020 Asian Qualifiers. After competing for 2 rounds, now we are reaching the final round, and for the ones who are always following the AFC Women's competition, you may have noticed that we have made some positive changes to the competition format. So today we have in total 8 teams joining us. Among them, 3 are able to make their way to the final round, joining the 5 teams that are already waiting at the final round with automatic qualification. 2 out of these 3 teams made their way from round 1 all the way, and 1 started from round 2. So without further ado, I will take you through today's draw, as explained in the draw mechanism earlier. So we're starting from pot 2 with Chinese Taipei and Myanmar. Both teams are first time in the final round of the qualifiers of Olympic. First team of the day will be drawn into Group A, position 4, that is Myanmar. Winner of Group B in the qualifiers round 2. And the next team drawn will be positioned in number 4 in Group B, Chinese Taipei. Winner of Group C from qualifiers round 2, current FIFA Women's ranking 40. Moving on to pot 3. They will be positioned in number 3 in each group. The first one going to Group A, Vietnam. They have qualified to the final round in 2016, and this time they did it again through qualifiers round 2. And the next team will be going to position 3 in Group B, that is Thailand. With their higher ranking during the qualifiers round 1 draw, they have granted an automatic qualification to the final round. For pot 2, we have the 2 hosts for our final round for these Asian qualifiers. So automatically they will be drawn into different groups. Let's see who will host Group A. Going to Group A, position 2, Korea Republic. A strong team in Asian women's football, and they will start their journey again for the first appearance in Olympic Games. The remaining team from pot 2, their MA will host Group B, that is China PR. 5 times appearance in Olympic Games finals with a silver medal in 1996. Now we are reaching the top-ranked teams, Australia and DPR Korea. And first team will be playing their final round qualification in Group A in Korea Republic, that is DPR Korea. 2 times participation in the Olympic Games in 2008 and 2012. Last team for today will be joining Group B, position in number 1, Australia. Represented AFC 3 times in the Olympic Games, and their highest performance was ranked 5 in 2004. That concludes the draw. The 8 teams divided into 2 groups will play a group round. After that, 4 teams, 2 top teams from each group, will showcase another high level of Asian women's competition for all the fans. So we wish all the teams best of luck in the upcoming tournament in 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. This marks the end of the draw today. Please allow me to recap on the draw results. For Group A, DPR Korea, Korea Republic as hosts, Vietnam and Myanmar. For Group B, Australia, China PR as hosts, Thailand and Chinese Taipei. The match schedule will be distributed to you shortly. Thank you everyone for your attendance. I wish the participating team the very best of luck, and may the matches be played in the spirit of fair play. Thank you.